Well, I'm gonna wait till the room fill up a little bit, but you can leave the bottom row or however you want to do it. Really, you could just leave one box open for people who want to ask questions, and just time them. You see what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of people that want to get in and they want to speak to you. They have questions, so
We only gonna do 3 questions each to get everybody out the way because it was like 20 people in the queue.
yeah, it
If
was a lot
if
of people.
if if Syrian, Honor, and Natiri are still want to get on the panel, you guys can come back in and
So,
speak with us.
so as of now, for questions, leave seven. And well, Kiss is right. If you can, leave the bottom row open, and then that way you can add three people at a time, and they can ask. They can ask their questions, and then after their three, they can drop off. Cause yeah, your queue is crazy, yo.
Okay,
Yo, your queue's lit lit.
I'm gonna add
Let me pour.
I'm gonna add I'm gonna add 3 people on. Give me 1 second. I'm adding people onto the queue. Hold up, let me get one more. Number 8. All right, peace to everybody. Son
Peace.
Narfile. We was having a conversation. How are you today? What's up? How you feeling?
Oh, I didn't
Wait,
even in
I'm
my
sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. 1 second. Someone said seven is in here.
I don't know. Let me see.
Somebody said seven. What is seven's name?
Sunny.
I
But
don't see her.
she's not in the queue.
Add Tina and Pop there in the queue.
I'm
Oh, you
good.
talking about
I
boss?
don't
Mhm.
see
I thought you was
Sunny.
talking about boss 7.
I don't see seven in the queue. Oh, she's not here. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, number 6.
Hey, so my question, well, I wanted to ask you material too, but I can just ask you, Velvet. I remember the video, like after Material left, and y'all, you were like, you and other ladies were upset with her, and you were like in the rainbow shirt, and the women was behind you like, yeah, yeah, like whatever. Did Nature Boy make you do that? And like, I know that you've already changed, but in that moment, did you believe what you were saying?
No, I didn't. In that moment, every time I got online to say anything about anybody, like even the live I did about Earth at the time, uh, he made me get on. He influenced me to get online and protect him and like speak up for him. This is what he wants to do with everybody in carbonation. So, the one of the recent times, I think it was the last time that I went back to carbonation, he made me do it again. And I asked him, I said, why do you have me get on social media and make videos when I don't want to get online? And he was like, he told me out of his own mouth verbatimly, he was like, to make you look stupid. So that when the hands roll in time, people won't be able to trust you because you saying one thing and now you saying this. And he
Mm.
just walked out the room.
Oh wow. So he a master manipulator. Like he masters that shit.
Yep, he said it every time I was online for some shit, he orchestrated. It was never because I told him to do it and I got on there willingly myself, like, oh, let me go fucking make a live about Naturi. Like, I'm not worried about Naturi. I'm worried about getting the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about planning my escape. And every time I had to plan my escape 3 to 4 times, I had to do what he wanted me to do. It wasn't no easy like, if I would have resisted him on my way out, I would have gotten seriously hurt. So I had to move a certain way. I had to play my cards a certain way. I'm too beautiful to be getting hit. Like I got scars on my face, on my arm because I was responding to the situation. I wasn't pulling my mouth out of the lion's hand slowly. I was trying to yank that bitch out and I was getting hurt. And so I'm like, in order for me and my child not to get hurt, I gotta play by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna do what I gotta do until I could dip. And every single time I did that, I got out.
Okay.
Damn.
'Cause I get kicked out of his lives every time because I be going ham. I'm surprised I ain't been blocked.
You said what now?
I always get kicked out by somebody because I go over there and I just go ham. Cause
Okay, so let's ask another question because we have a whole bunch of people in the panel and these 2 people that's next to you, everybody got 3 questions each.
this is my last question. I'm done. What are you doing? Other than making your videos, of course, that's part of your healing process. what else have you been doing to help
You
you
know,
understand?
I've really just been getting in touch with myself, just getting back in touch with myself, my own creative talents. Like I've been taking more time to create things when my energy is allowing me to be creative. One of the things that was a traumatic experience for me in carbonation was that when you see how carbonation produces those videos and they put all the little pretty stuff up and all of that stuff, those videos are forced, so to speak. Those people, even in some of the videos, you can tell that they're not speaking from their. So, something that because I was putting myself in a situation where I wasn't authentically expressing myself all the time, now that I'm in a situation where I don't have that type of pressure, it's more easier for me to flow throughout my day without feeling like I'm on eggshells, without feeling like I can't not do, I'm not moving in my day to the point where, I'm gonna be reprimanded for me doing something or made fun of for me doing something or criticized. Anything that I do is being criticized. So I just been taking it easy on myself with really just allowing me to be in the everyday moment of my life now, because that's something that I wasn't doing. I just kept moving. I kept making decisions and I was never just allowing myself to be in the moment. And that has been helping me a lot because I have a lot of thoughts naturally. So if I'm not in the moment, I could be thinking about the past, the future. I could be thinking, thinking, thinking. Y'all, please hit y'all bags for the guests that's online. Um, I'll be like thinking, 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 and by the time you know it, my whole day will be gone, and I'll be stressed out about thinking. So that's really what I've been doing lately, just taking my time with myself, and that process has been able for me to express what I'm expressing now, being able to express what I'm expressing now. Like people want me to talk about different things that they want me to talk about, but people don't realize these topics come to my heart. This was in the moment. This panel I'm doing is in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be outside of my moments. I have to be in it, and I have to seize them. So that's what I've been doing. Now, other personal information, I like to not speak about that on social media because that's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my personal business. I'm healing. You know what I'm saying?
My third question, and then I'm gonna go. Y'all think he done hit Big Wizzy yet?
You said what?
Y'all think he done hit Big Wizzy, like hit
Wait,
Wizzy
wait, wait,
yet?
wait. You low. I can't even hear what she just asked, y'all. What you said?
Y'all think he done hit Big Wizzy yet?
Big Wiz. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Wizzy
What's that mean?
over there. Do y'all think he done hit? That's my question.
Do
Like,
you think he'll hit what?
Do you
Hit
think he
who?
had sex with the big
Nothing
girl?
there, nothing there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I do believe he had sex with that girl. I wouldn't put. I think she sucked his dick and everything.
Oh
Lord.
shit.
All right, bye y'all.
Later. All right, let's get it. NHB Sunny
Yeah, hold on,
P60.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Hold
hold on.
on, hold on. Kiss gotta say something.
Terry, drop down and we're gonna move you to box 6.
She's keeping the bottom row for guests.
Oh. Is it not is Syrian not coming back?
I don't know. Let me see if she in the queue. Hold on, right quick. Cause I was just gonna use that middle box, but I don't want people to be waiting extra long. So I'm gonna
Okay.
just leave 7 and 8. I'm gonna leave 7 and 8 open for guests. Everybody in 7 and 8, y'all have 3 questions each. Let's get it, Sunny.
All right. I'm new, so I don't know too much about the situation that you're speaking on, but from what I heard, like I gathered enough. Yo, so let me ask you a question. You ain't seen no signs like before y'all got too serious?
Nope.
So like he was playing like the good dude role the
All
whole
right, so
time?
this what happened when we first had got together. All right, so the time when I was in the camp when I wasn't with him, he was always every time he's in the camp setting, it's not like he's with the community. He's always off in his own quarters with the other women. You see what I'm saying? So when I wasn't with
Mhm.
him, I wasn't around him. I was with somebody else doing my own thing. You can see these videos online where I'm teaching with the person who I was with. I wasn't never around Nature Boy, so I wasn't able to see what he was doing behind closed doors. There was a lot of
Mm.
subliminal shit. There was a lot of subliminal stuff that was happening. With Nature Boy that necessarily wasn't seen by the eye by a lot of people in carbonation. It wasn't until people felt certain things and started questioning their own intuition where certain people left. Now, people who were up close to Nature Boy and actually had dealt with Nature Boy and he did them something, they left. You know what I'm saying? They left. But Nature Boy had never physically did me anything or did anything around me to anybody else to make me question, his incapability or whatever the case was. I was pretty much in my own lane. So I wasn't focused on him. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm.
wasn't until I got in the relationship with him about maybe 3 to 4 months after we initially got together. That's when I started seeing all of the tactics that he used, which I wasn't familiar with them either. That's why I was with him for 2 more years after we initially got together, or a year and a half.
2 years?
Well, I would say like I was with him for like a year and some change. Oh, because I left so many times with
So
Eliana.
when did you start seeing, like, how far into it did you start seeing signs that, like, oh, this ain't for me?
I would say 3 months after my child was born. 3 months after Ellie was born, that's when I really started getting fed up with. Okay, he didn't always do certain things in front of me that he's doing now. Like it was a gradual thing that he let out the box. It wasn't like he was just doing it out loud. It was all secretive to a certain extent. So when I had my child, that's when I realized that he was using polygamy as a cover up for all the shit that he was doing. I thought that because of his ideologies and how he was trying to portray polygamy to be, I thought it to I found it to be natural. I was like, men do want to be with multiple women. So I felt like I could do it. Especially I felt like I could do it if it's for a humanitarian cause, just to make a point to show humanity that we can change and we can become a better people. You know what I'm saying? I
I
really
feel you.
thought that he was trying to use that as a tactic to uplift black women, uplift black men, and show us like how in the light that he is trying to say that we are in and try to teach humanity that we are in. Needless to say, down the line, being in the polygamous relationship, that's when all of the signs started really, 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 really coming to me, because at that point I had no say so. At that point, I had no choice in the matter. And at first, this is another reason why I stayed with him. At first, I believed that I was supposed to listen to him. He would always tell me like, you're supposed to listen to your man, you're supposed to support him, and da da da. And by me being a natural woman of support and being a wife, I'm a natural wife. You feel me? So me having that energy, I'm easily, I'm easily like, okay, I'll support you. Like I'll be here for you. And that's what I thought I was doing. As time went on, like I said, 3 months after my pregnancy, I realized that he didn't never have my best interest. Shit, he can't even talk to me about the emotions that I feel, about being in this polygamous relationship. So that's when I decided to leave. My first time deciding to leave after Eliana was born. Every time I went back to him was off of the strength of a mutual agreement that me and Nature Boy had every single time about us being monogamous and him not sleeping with those other women and him not perpetuating the fuck shit that he is perpetuating now. 2 weeks later, after every time I went back, he continued to proceed to do the same thing over and over, and I left. I never let that shit just go down. So every single time, I came back to him and left, it got worse. Or when I came back after I left, every time it got worse. It was more physically abusive, until the last time I went back, he was like, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'm going to kill you if you try to leave me. Took my documents, took everything from me. He bought me a van to manipulate me, to make me believe that he loved me and he got my best interest, just to keep me there, while he's still humiliating me on live, still humiliating me in front of carbonation, you know. And I was like, I never want to be treated like this. You know what I'm saying? If I got to be treated like this off of the strength of trying to balance your world, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. So at this point, I'm completely done. Like, can't nothing he say change my mind, and can't nothing somebody else say about him could change my mind of what I know about him. You know
Let
what
me
I'm
ask
saying?
you, was it just the baby that made you stick around after the, first like couple incidences, or like was it like a
She
combination?
was, she was, she was, she was one of the main reasons, because I always felt like if I have a child, I always wanted it to be a certain way, and that actually like my situation being with Nature Boy, it looked like that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily what I needed, but it looked like what I wanted as far as how I wanted to have my child and where I wanted to have my child and stuff like that. The skin color of the man, like that's the type of stuff that, I thought was happening for me. But when she came, what I'm saying, I realized like I didn't want to raise my child like this. I don't want to raise my child like this. So she was one of the main reasons why I left, but also one of the main reasons why I went back too, because I feel like I genuinely have felt like I could not change him but add to the situation to promote him to become a better human being. I don't see nothing wrong with having that energy. The only reason why I failed in the process was because I was given to potential that I seen that he didn't see in himself. I was giving him the love and the support that he should have been giving himself in order to change himself. You know what I'm saying? So once I stopped doing that, what I'm saying, and started making sure that I'm okay because now I'm being depleted, what I'm saying, like I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? One of the main things he always used to tell me, if you love me, you'll be here for me. You would never give up on me. You'll always tell me when I'm wrong, this, and that. So I did take on that role to support, like going fully there and supporting him right or wrong and being there for him and supporting him, showing him
I was
that
just about to
unconditional
ask
love.
that. What about his mama? I was just about to ask that. Somebody in the comments is okay. So, like, is his mama in the picture? What's his relationship with his mother?
His mother passed away when he was two, so, um,
That's why.
and his dad passed away when he was like a couple months old, and he was put into a foster care system. And shortly after that, he was put into a juvenile. Couple months of being in juvenile, he got put into maximum security up until the age of 19. And after 19, he just been a stripper. He just was a stripper for 10 years after that, and being a juvenile, pretty much.
Hmm. Okay.
That's
Damn.
definitely factual info. I trust me. This nigga tells his personal story to carbonation over and over and over. I know stories about this nigga just off of the strength of him keep reiterating that shit to us to bang it in our head so we can feel bad for him. That's the only reason why he tells us his personal information so that he can put you on a guilt trip and make you feel sorry for him so that you could support him and be there for him. Because that was something that I went through too. I felt bad for him. I'm like, I'm a great ass woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could add to this situation. I felt like that. Even without being with him, I felt like that off of the strength of the cause, off of the strength of the mission, of what he's trying to tell people he's doing, but he ain't actually doing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
All right. So, now that you got away, do you see yourself being able to co-parent with him, like them
No,
later?
hell, I don't even know why you just asked me that question. That is a fucked up ass question to ask me. Like seriously, like God bless the truth, my nigga. Like don't ask me shit about co-parenting. Like you got me fucked up. You asking me about co-parenting on some real shit, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Now, the only reason why I'm asking is because, like, you said you saw some type of potential in him, so like that he might be able to change, not with you though. Like you're not waiting around for it, obviously.
Hell no.
This is baby number 4, so he's a deadbeat father.
And he, and
So
he, and he ain't about to do it with no random bitch. I mean, not bitch. I apologize. I'm so sorry to be calling the feminine. I'm so sorry, but I'm just so sorry, y'all. I'm just so sorry. Like I'm touched at this point. You feel me? Ain't no woman that's gonna come along after me that's gonna offer any nature boy anything better and change him in some type of way. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There might be, but I highly doubt it. Just off of the strength of who he is. If you truly knew who I was and you met me an actual person, you will understand that there will never be another motherfucker that could ever come along and try to insinuate any other type of change in this nigga because he is just completely in his ways. Like completely in his ways. Like this nigga ain't gonna find love. Like he ain't. He ain't gonna be in no regular ass, I'm not even regular because that's life. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna live a normal life. Like he's just not. It's
It's
sad
How
to
do you
say
know
it, but he's not. Like he's too far gone. Like period.
sad because it's to the point where if love really came in his face, he would. If love came smack him in the face, he would know because he's so set in his way. So I definitely agree with.
Facts.
Thank you, Seven.
Facts.
Like I'm
I
brand new,
appreciate
so
it,
my bad.
Sonny.
Like, I don't really know, like, you know what I mean? The whole situation. Like, I'm just,
Well, just keep watching. Just keep watching. I'm gonna follow you. Just keep watching if you interested. We bringing awareness to the situation. I'm still open for question and answer to everybody in the room. Seven, we're gonna let you go and pick up somebody else in the queue. What's happening, Minty? I see you in the building. Everybody else, thank y'all for sending gifts and donating to the family in the room, to the panel. I see y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sunny. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
So
thank
So
you.
you
I
can,
Bill,
appreciate
you
it.
got
thank
Empress to come up next after Ashley.
all right, for sure. Let me see. Let me.
and then Ravina. So yeah, box 7 and 8 for y'all that's coming up. That's only for questions. 3 questions.
Mm-hmm. Three
So,
question
so,
limit.
so, hold on. I gotta get Sunny out of here. Unless he could drop his soap, because I don't want to
How do I
mistake him.
do that? Like I said, I'm new.
Press
It's a
the
phone
phone button at the
button at
bottom.
the bottom right
I
side.
I
You should see a
appreciate
little
y'all.
phone button.
Thank you.
All right, be easy, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it
What's up, Ashley Two Fly? What's up?
Hi, hello women, hello everybody in the room.
Peace to
Peace.
you. How are you?
Hi.
So, my first question is, with you having the courage to speak your truth, do you ladies have like fear of your safety?
You said, do we have what of our safety?
Like having the courage to speak your truth on these platforms, do you guys have like fear of your safety? Like, do y'all guys feel like that he'll come looking for you eventually?
No,
No.
no. I want a nigga to come find me. I want a nigga to come
no,
find me. Come
Yeah.
find me. Come
Please.
find me. Come find me. Please, bitch, come find me. I want you to find me. Come roll up on me. Anybody associated with this nigga, I want them to come roll up on me. So bad. So bad.
No. No. He ain't like that. He said he from the streets and he don't got no street niggas out here doing no work for him. No, the only ones that gonna
It
ride
don't
with him is
matter.
the
It don't matter. I don't care about no street work. I don't care about no street nigga. I don't care about none of that. I just want somebody to come roll up on me. That's all I want. I am not afraid of for my safety at all. At all. My shit is on
And
lockstep.
that's on period with a T.
Okay, for my second question is, and this is from one mother to another, when that time come, do you feel like you're going to have that conversation with your daughter about her father, Velvet?
You know, I've gotten many different um the main I've asked other women this question because this does reign in my mind. All of the women that I've talked to, they've told me not to necessarily paint a picture to Eliana about who her father is, but to allow
Mhm.
her to see who he is, right? On her own.
Mhm.
Which I kind of have a disposition, a question and disposition about that way to go about it off of the strength of who her father is. I feel like if I'm speaking on a panel to other women about his certain type of characteristics, why can't I talk to my daughter about this shit? Because I don't want her to get to an age where she comes across another man and she don't have this information that I'm sharing with millions of people online. You know what I'm saying? But I have yet to talk to her about it. So I'm kind of like in between, like letting her figure out who her dad is herself and protecting her, and or just telling her straight up what happened and the type of
Tell her
situation
the
he
truth.
put us in, and letting her know that this is why he's not in our life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And my last thing, it's not a question. It's just that I want to give you so much respect, Velvet, for the situation with Neff, because how you was saying like how everybody was bashing her about wanting to go back, and you was saying like how you can't bash her because you was in her shoes. So I really commend you for that, and I respect you for that because women have to stick together like we have to.
for sure,
That's a fact.
So thank you guys.
I appreciate it, Ashley. All right, Empress Love, what you got? How you feeling?
Peace and love, everyone. Uh, I just want to say first, really quickly, I have my 3 questions, but I just want to commend you, Velvet, just being so young and so full of light and having the courage, you and all the other women. I just want to say that, when I first started watching everything that was going on, it was the fight with you and Malia. And from then, I've been stuck, just with even how you handled that situation and just watching how everything went. Okay, I just wanted to commend all you ladies for that. Now, my three questions. My first question is what happened with Zoka's baby? It's so many stories from what you know. What happened with her baby? You know, people are saying it's a sacrifice. Some people are saying it was dead. Some people are saying the baby is alive. They seen a handbag. You know, it's so many stories from what you know. What happened to her baby, or what do you think happened to her baby?
I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion about what I feel like happened to Zoka baby. Zoka got pregnant under the circumstance of her being it was kind of like a tug of war situation between Solar and Nature Boy. Nature Boy wanted to be with Zoka. Zoka wanted to be with Solar. Solar didn't give a shit if she was with him or Nature Boy. So as time went on, because she chose to be with Solar, Solar's still trying to find another wife. This is how Goddess Natiri came along during the picture to even insinuate that she could, be with him, because all of the men there obviously are following after Nature Boy. They feel like they're eventually going to be polygamous and they don't have women at all. But I don't know how that makes sense. But anyway, so with his mindset being that way, he was like ditching Zoka and uh just constantly, like how Nature Boy treated me in the relationship. Like if I wanted to tell him how I felt, or if I had shared thoughts with him that necessarily wasn't on his frequency, he would bash me, he would call me a demon, he would call me all kind of shit. And Solar was on Zoka like that the entire relationship. He was always pinpointing out her flaws, her debilitations, how she needed to work on herself, what she needed to work on. So she was under a lot of stress within the circumstance, or by the time she got pregnant. So by the time she got pregnant, her skin was like, she had so many things going on with her that it started to show in her skin way before the pregnancy. So when she had the baby, that's when shit started getting worse, because while Solar, is downing her the whole time, she now has a fetus that's inside of her that's trying to conjure up energy, which her energy is being depleted all at the same time. So her pregnancy is not healthy at all. Never was healthy before she got pregnant. So as time went on, she struggled a lot between staying in carbonation, because Nature Boy kept deeming her to be a demon, kept deeming her child to be a demon, and even insinuated on one occasion that later down the line, like once she was like 5 months pregnant, 4 months, 5 months pregnant, he's Nature Boy insinuated to Zoka and Solar that they wouldn't make it in carbonation, and that they would wind up leaving together off of the strength of the baby, or the baby is going to pass away if it's not meant to be. So with that being said, on Nature Boy's behalf, I feel like personally Nature Boy created an environment. He created the energy, the atmosphere to go against Zoka's baby being alive. You
Yeah, he
see what
manifested that.
you see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I believe.
Because he
It
really
was
wants
definitely
to
a
be with Zoka.
manifestation.
He
Hmm.
definitely want to be with Zoka, and that's why she's with him now. She's not with Solar now. She's with him. She's in his presence. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So, by the time she was maybe 7 months pregnant, almost 8 months pregnant, we had traveled from California to Mexico. And when we got to Mexico, Nature Boy separated all the women and all of the men in two different Airbnbs, and he had sex with all of the women that same day, and anal, head, like anything he could get, he had sex with all of us, and Zoka was a part of it. And he would always go sneak off and have sex with Zoka, and Zoka would allow him to have sex with her, nothing in her, with Solar's baby inside of her, and she stayed there, and she, like, on occasion, she would just be sitting at the table crying. She would just sit at the table and she would cry. Syrian was there. She would cry, and Zoka would be like, "I don't want to do this," but Nature Boy wants to do it, so she did it. You know what I'm saying? So they started saying, "Well, I got two husbands. I got two husbands now," and I'm like, "Wait, what part of the game is that? I thought we didn't promote polyandry." But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So it turned into her
That
having
was
two
like the mind
husbands.
manipulation that he was using on us for
Mm-hmm.
us to be his wife, because that's all he wanted the whole time.
Yeah.
Like what he told me is like, you really thought you was gonna be with Mente? He was like, I was plotting this whole time. Like he literally was talking to me like personally one day and was like, I've been waiting on this day type thing. And I was like,
He
what?
said the same thing to me after I got out of the relationship with Omac. He truly sabotaged that relationship that me and Omac had. You know what I'm saying? And but during the thing when he had all of us in the house having sex with Zoka and stuff like that, I remember verbatimly Cause Syrian and Zoka was in kind of in the same boat, except Zoka was pregnant already, and all I can remember was sitting at the table telling Syrian and Zoka, I don't know if you remember this, but I was saying like y'all need to sit the fuck down. Like you either need to choose who you gonna be with or don't be with nobody at all and leave because you're gonna be in a Sheba situation where you don't know who the baby daddy is. And you know what Sheba did? Yeah, I wish I could have had 10 back the tires of time. This what
Wow.
she did in
Yeah.
front of everybody. You know what I'm
Regarding.
saying? So I
Yeah.
believe that it was a manifestation.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much for clearing
Sure.
that up. My
Yeah.
second question is why do you think with him traveling, even though everyone is over the age of 18 or whatever the consensual age is for sex, why do you think the feds have not gotten involved with this, with it being so public, with females that are coming in and out of this situation and he's abusing, he's hurting people? Why do
No,
you think nobody, the
because no one's truly standing up, bringing
I can
awareness
I can answer
to the
that question.
situation.
I can answer that too. There's nothing illegal going on. But if it,
No. There's a lot of things illegally that's happening.
yes,
do you either have
A
yes,
lot of things
yes,
where there's a
yes.
lot of things illegally that's happening. The only issue is that all of the ex-carbonation members, they don't speak out. I'm the first person in the history of carbonation to get back on social media as many times as I left and came back, had a child for him and everything to speak out about it. No matter what a bitch got to say about me, no matter what he got to do to make me feel bad. This man done put out revenge porn on me, then did all kind of shit. He wants to silence everybody who's been in carbonation. That's his tactic. That's what he do. He wants to make us feel incompetent and less than who he are, less than who he is. But guess what? I have way more power than him, and this is why he can't
Yep.
stand my ass. This is
Yeah.
why he can't stand me. And I'm on a mission to recruit every other ex-carbonation member that has been there who watched me go through the shit, and we gonna talk about it on Bigo in front of this nigga. Fuck him. Cause guess what?
Ashe.
Everything's protected over here. Everything you see.
Ashe.
That's why he made us sign those fake ass contracts.
It ain't even a real contract. That's not a real contract.
But
He
look, can I say something? Can I say something to that?
Can you
yeah.
bring home? Can you bring home up? Oh, Queen vibes.
I said, can I say something to that real quick though for everybody that's listening? It's not the fact that the feds haven't gotten involved. Y'all have to understand they are watching this man. They
right,
are watching him. Don't don't think that because you see things being done physically, they're not doing anything. I'm telling you, for
It's breaking up.
a I'm definitely watching. It's breaking up.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
bad.
it's breaking
Yeah,
up real
Kiss, you're
bad.
breaking up.
Okay, am I still breaking up now?
Not right
No.
now, but it was doing it pretty bad a second ago.
Yeah,
No,
but
you
what I'm
sound good.
sometimes the feds will watch you and they will wait until they have
To build
Exactly.
the case.
substantial evidence on
Exactly.
you to get you.
That's
So don't think, y'all, don't think that just because right now nothing is physically being done that they not watching them because they getting them. They gonna get them. I keep telling you, you just wait on the day. They gonna get them.
I'm waiting. I am waiting. Ooh, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a party up in here because it's ridiculous what he's doing to sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's people as
That's
women
why.
out here that's, you know, people putting women putting their heart and their spirit into his cause and what he's doing. Because I since then I've been watching, and a lot of the knowledge and his intention seems so good, but what he's doing is completely opposite. So it's like what's up? Like, what are you doing? You know, you're trying to lead the people, but you're hurting them too.
right.
So that's where the conflict for me comes in between, you know.
Yeah, I would like
But
to say something right now on the behalf of that statement alone, like him continually to abuse people. Somebody just commented in the chat, and it was a trigger for me. They said 3 years though, like with a question mark, and I personally have been asking myself that question as well. Like, how the fuck could I stay that long? Like, even my mom and my dad is like Vel, like you're strong as fuck. Like we know who you are. Like we couldn't even believe that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how strong you were before you went. And I was like, I don't know. It took over. Like it felt like it just took over my life. And it was something that I was just pretty much experiencing. And now in my life, even though it has set me back and it has caused things to happen in my life that I necessarily don't didn't want to happen. I feel like I went through that for 3 years so that I can be the one to speak out about it and encourage other people to speak out about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Maisha wasn't inspired to speak until I started speaking out, about certain things when I left. You know what I'm saying? And just start saying shit because I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like that this is going on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it has to take somebody to bring everybody together.
Yeah.
There's not that key factor. If we want to sit here and act like we all been through something, but when you really look at it, there's not one person that has not brought everybody together. As on the strength of carbonation, who left and came to be open, to have an open dialogue about what's happening. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be that somebody. It could have been Yaya. She had the power at one time. She didn't use it. She silenced herself. She let Nature Boy silence her. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree because of the trolls and what people got to say. I'm built for this shit. I'm a Marquez. I could take any type of heat that comes to me. You know why? Because I'm authentic. I'm always going to come out authentic. Period. So at the end of the day, it's like if the power, if somebody wasn't using their power, that power is then gonna be given to somebody else. Like before Yaya, it was Maisha. Before Maisha, before Yaya. After Yaya. Before me, it was Pocahontas. Before Pocahontas, it was Yaya. Before Yaya, it was Maisha. Before Maisha, it was his other baby mama. You see what I'm saying? But none of these women took the right precautions to bring the awareness to him. You know what I'm saying? Pocahontas could have got on live just like I got on live and brought awareness, but she silenced herself too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that those people, should do something or do what I'm doing. I'm just saying that I'm chosen. I'm literally chosen. The light is on me. You see what I'm saying? I'm the only way that this nigga really. I have the I have all of the information. Maisha don't even have certain details that I have to give to people who are watching him. You know what I'm saying? I got it all. I got it all. This is why he has to denounce me in any type of way. This is why he doesn't want me on social media. This is why he says and does all that he does to me on social media in hopes that I will take the route that Maisha took, in hopes that I would take the route that Pocahontas took. And those women, Maisha, Pocahontas, and all of them, they really wish that they could put this nigga, do something about it. But because their time is up, it's like, all right, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, only thing that we can do now off of the strength of me, because I'm the most recent person who had a baby with him and shit like that, is to come together on that accord and talk about what's going on. Period. Period.
Okay. Okay. This is my last question. Um, I'm gonna try to squeeze two in one because I know it's three questions. But the other question was, I felt like something's wrong with Aya. I mean, I heard people saying that she is a witch. I don't know how that would correlate with how carbonation moves and how the females in carbonation you know move. But I seen something about her being a witch, and I just was like, I guess I'll throw that out there. But you don't have to answer that. My more serious question was, what do you need coming out of carbonation and wanting to lead, um, and wanting to lead, helping and releasing women that have went through this? What resources do you need to build your own nation?
I feel like honestly, this is not anything that's scripted. It's not anything that's like, it's like, what do you call it? Like, this that happened to me in my life is not something that I found myself doing. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I was gonna be somebody on Bigo talking to a whole bunch of people about carbonation and how fucked up it is.
Right.
So for right now in my life, I'm literally just winging it. Like I'm winging everything right now, and my support, the things that I need, are coming to me as I'm going on in my journey. I
Okay.
don't really, personally, I don't really like to ask for anything because I feel like God has that control. If I feel like I don't know something, I pray about it and I pray about it hard and I keep praying until I get the answer or until it's revealed to me through some type of synchronicity. And I move from that space. So, the closest people to me, I'll ask for whatever I need in that moment in time and it always falls through. It always come through. At the moment, I'm not in need of any kind of support because it's already here. Y'all already here. This is already here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it.
Alrighty, well, thank y'all for allowing me the time to come up here and ask my questions. I'm gonna stay in the inboxes down there, all on the videos. I support all you ladies, and just keep it strong. Don't go back. We gonna get them.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you, Empress.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Bye.
Blessings.
Is it
Just,
my turn?
Yes.
I've been waiting
so,
so
Hey,
patiently.
Empress.
wait, I want to ask Nateri and Syrian if you guys have anything to say in the chat before we
Mm-hmm.
open. Because I want to allow y'all to express yourselves on the behalf of
Mm-hmm.
the nation as well. If you found anything, that you wanted to chime on anything I said.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to talk about with the Aya situation and also what I had meant earlier at the illegal thing. What I meant is exactly what Kiss DeVille was saying. Like, I don't believe that no one's watching them. I just feel like they need to have something to stand on. Like that's literally like in law to where like, they have undeniable proof that he broke this and is really bad and then he goes down. That's what I meant. Because we know how that works. And with the Aya thing, I mean, when I was there, I can only say about Aya that I really believe that she's really out of it. Like, to the point where she probably suppressed the thoughts that she had about her
Kiss,
son.
you got a
And
bag. Kiss, get your bag, girl. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
listening.
Oops.
Aya and Efru, like they definitely are for the cause, really brainwashed by him, like really so in love with him to the fact that when he used to play like these little games on the tribe saying he about to leave us and go to the tropics or go somewhere else and have the tribe somewhere else. Aya was like saying, I want to go with you, like literally crying to the for the he would leave. Like you would feel so lost without him. um, that's what only thing I would see about I. I don't see anything about a witch. If she was a witch, the only witch she would be the kitchen witch because like she definitely know how to throw
The
down some
kitchen
food.
would.
But like that's all I had to say about that.
Makes sense. Yeah. Well, we're gonna bring somebody up in box number 7, number 8. Empress, you can go ahead. What's up? How
Thank
you feeling?
you. Empress Velvet, Empress Natiri, Empress Syrian. Y'all had Empress Honor up here a little while ago. So, okay. So I have one question for each of you. And then I just have something I want to say to you, Vel. Um, how y'all doing? Like mentally, spiritually, how y'all doing? Y'all been giving out a lot today. How y'all feeling?
Syria and Naturi, y'all can go first.
Go ahead, Syrian.
I feel like personally, I feel really good. I feel like I'm flourishing. Whenever I first left, I feel like I went through like a stage of like minor stress, depression, but I feel like I made my way out of it, and I feel like right now, like I'm good. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
girl, you
I'm at
create
a I'm
you
at
Yeah.
a
created up.
frequency
Your
at which
energy is
I'm happy
flowing.
about. What was
Yeah,
that?
you look good.
Yeah.
I was saying your energy flowing. You over there creating every day. I'm like, damn, she got something new. That
Yep.
That's the
down.
only thing
Hold
keeping me
on.
sane.
Let me get my tape measure and go ahead and measure my waist and shit. I'm like shit.
Right. Okay. So that's good. Natiri, how you feeling?
um, Thank you for asking that. I definitely want to answer with the best way I can. I'm doing well. I would say that. A lot of times I find myself struggling with the fact that I'm a public figure and that people are always looking for me for some type of guidance or me to say something or do something. Like a lot of people are literally trying to run my life, behind this camera, and mentally that kind of takes a toll on me.
Right.
And
Mm.
I'm doing my best to handle that, and
Right.
because I understand that people are looking at me now, and I haven't realized
like the big influence I had until people saw me trying to go back to carbonation. You know,
Hmm.
cried, people prayed for me, people reached out, and I didn't realize that I was such a big influence. So I can't really be doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that in self taking a toll on me mentally, but I'm doing my best to stay.
She must have got a call.
Sometimes I
Oh,
cry.
there she goes.
Yeah, I did. Sometimes I cry on lives or just cry because that's what I need to do. Release. I talk it
Right.
out. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Empress Velvet, how you doing?
I well, I would say about 2 weeks ago, I was going through it. Like
I
I was
know.
through
Yeah.
it. Like I was like crying almost every other
Right.
day. Oh, it was crazy. Like I went through no eating spell. Like
Right.
you
Hmm.
know, but now, um, and a lot of things have been revealed to me over the last couple days. I'm starting to
Hmm.
feel like I'm in my element, if that makes sense. I'm starting to
Yeah.
feel like I'm coming more into my power, and
Hmm.
every day I'm getting stronger. I can feel
That's
myself
good.
getting stronger, like every day.
That's
I'm just
good.
grateful at this point that I've made the best decision now for Eliana before she gets to a point in her life where she starts to see and
Right.
starts to like adapt and mimic, you know, certain behaviors and stuff like that. But I'm doing
Right.
good.
I'm good. That's good to hear. And that's important when you're going through this type of transition and this type of healing. And you guys give so much. You give a lot. Even in this exchange today, you guys gave a lot. You too, Velvet, you gave a lot. I wanted to say to you, Velvet, I've always felt your strength. I've
Hmm.
always felt your power. I used to be one of the persons on Instagram whenever he would pass you the phone and you were reading the comments. Velvet, you got this. You're strong. You're going to make it through. You know, because I knew you could see those messages. I knew that you felt that love when things just felt crazy. And I know you felt that, that energy of people that still supported you and cared about you and cared about your well being. And even when you were having the baby, I was at work that whole day, but I was watching, like, oh my God, let her be okay. Because I saw the pain and the stress you were under. Let the baby be okay. Every time you got hurt, I was right there, like a lot of other people, crying for you, girl. Like, oh my God, let her. She went home that first time you went home, excited, through a party, crying, jumping for tears that you left, you know. And I understand the going back, and I'm not going to judge you on that. And it has nothing to do with your age, because guess what? There's 40-plus-year women that are out here that are going through those same cycles of leaving toxic relationships, dealing with a narcissist, and having a child by a narcissist, and then having to deal with the narcissistic mentality that makes you crazy. When you said in that video, he's trying to drive me crazy, I knew exactly what you were going through. I was sitting over here in the US while you were out there in Mexico and Panama, knowing exactly what you were going through. And you were strong then. You've been strong this whole time. So don't ever think you had a weak moment. Just say, oh, I had a moment, I might have doubted myself or whatever the case may
I
be.
definitely
But
had.
keep building on your strength though. Keep building on your strength. Because there's other things that played a part in influencing the thoughts that you had that made you make the decision. The same to you, Natiri.
Hmm.
You had that moment where there was something that created doubt in your mind, and it made you feel like you needed to go back.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
something that put a doubt in your mind that made you feel like you needed something outside of yourself.
Right. It was
You
Mm,
the.
don't. You ladies got it. The fact that the divine energy and purpose filled in on this live today and had all four of you ladies up here at one time, that was such a powerful moment, especially during Women History Month. You guys are making history, not just because of the trauma that you went through, but because of the way you overcome the trauma and because of how you guys are banding together to overcome that trauma. Because you guys could have not have been in communication. But
Right.
divine said that no, we're not going to let that happen. This right here was supposed to happen,
Mm-hmm. And you know,
you know?
this was a thought that just crossed my mind. I swear to you, in a moment. Like it was in a moment. Like this is a moment right now. This is not something that I planned later today. You know what I'm saying? Like this is happening.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And you're right. You don't have to rush anything right now, Velvet. Any of you. Take your time. Move slow as hell just because everybody else wants you to rush. And I know it's hard because these people can be very ignorant. They
And
could
me.
say some very
It's just sad.
disgusting and nasty things.
It's just sad because it does by us going through this traumatic experience alone, it shows us the traumatic state psychologically
Right,
humanity is in for them even to respond to a situation the way that they are, which means that they need help. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that shortly will be revealed just off of the strength of them even express, like people who give us energy that need to heal, when they give us that energy, it's going to come back to them in some type of way. And it's going to slap them in their face and tell them, this is what you need to heal. It's going to be up to them to make the decision to heal it or not. Because that's what we're really doing. Us saying that we're bringing awareness to carbonation is really saying that we're bringing awareness to the psychological things that we face in a humanitarian standpoint that we all need to work on and get over to create a better balanced world.
I
You
agree
know,
with you. I
Else.
agree with you. And you have my support in that. And I want to see the best for all of you, regardless of what these people say down here, cuz the questions and stuff that they say, even I'm sitting back like, what the hell?
Mm.
you know why it
But
don't phase me? The lady asked me, you know why it don't phase me? Because I honestly don't give a fuck about what people think about me.
that's a strong place to be. And that's why you're Empress. That's why you have Empress Velvet as your name, because Empress represents sovereignty within self, meaning that you're not reliant on someone to validate and create who you are. You're
Mm-mm.
finding that within yourself.
I know who I am. Like I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I just don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know what's gonna happen on the way there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's it's okay. It's okay. That's when you're trusting in the divine. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. Just know that you will get there. That's it. That's all you need. No rushing. Listen, I'm a single mom. I was in a cult myself for 20 years. You got out in 3. Say thanks. You're say that you're thankful for that.
Dang.
Exactly. And there's still women that are in cults to this day. So just say that I'm thankful. So don't beat yourself up when you said, "Hey, how did I do this for 3 years?"
Yeah, I've
Don't
gotten
beat yourself up about that.
to that headspace because that space, even the space that Syrian went through with the depression, borderline anxiety, and
Right.
Materi also, when you're putting yourself in thought frequencies like that, it can make your world be demonic and negative and sad. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
Facts.
it's funny that them two are on the panel because when you pull yourself out of that space, you bring more abundance to yourself. You bring more glory. You bring more grace, on your journey when you uplift yourself out of that depressive state. No, the only reason why people are in situations that they are in today is because how they respond to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let nothing get me down to the point where I just feel so down and out that I can't even believe in myself no more. I'm
Right.
way too, and I'm
Right.
gonna
And I
the
wanted
women.
to
I want
speak on
to do that
that.
to
Like,
other women.
I feel like the biggest thing that put me in that space is like I was like I really believe this man was the Messiah. Like I wanted to ask y'all like what like how did you get through like that phase of like you believing that and then recreating your connection with source and God. Like that's truly like what I was going through at that time when I was depressed.
I love this question. I love this question. I love this question. So what helped me was on my journey. I've shared this before with the public. I've always been a spiritual person. Like ever since I was a little girl, I was connected to the earth. Because I was connected to the earth, it gave me a direct connection naturally without being taught, without going to church, without somebody telling me who God was. It naturally gave me a connection. So I used to pray like out, like in my mind. Like I wouldn't pray out loud like God, please save me. Like nah, I would have conversations daily with the source. And
Mm-hmm.
so certain things I went through in my childhood growing up as a teenager, I had no other choice but to be thankful for what I had. You feel me? So because I was literally in that space of having no other choice, I would praise God every single day. Like as a teenager, you know what I'm saying? So much so to the point where I couldn't even be social with the people that was the same age as me because I'm on a whole nother kick. You know what I'm saying? They worried about games and candy and hot fries, and I'm worried about, you know what I'm saying, receiving the apple from my teacher and being grateful that I could even receive a, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a whole nother thought pattern with it. So by the time I got to Nature Boy, I completely denounced that way of life, which had worked for me. It worked for me. I've miraculous things have worked for me with my connection to the divine source. But when I removed that and replaced Nature Boy in that presence, everything started going wrong. So
Mm.
every time I left carbonation, I reverted to what I used to do and I started prospering. And that's when I started realizing the difference. Then I started connecting the Bible to the shit because he likes to use the Bible to back up what it is that he's doing. So as he's bringing up the Bible, I'm remembering all his self-contradictory moments, and I'm just putting pieces together at this point. I'm like, nigga, you ain't no Messiah. Jesus ain't do this. Jesus ain't do this, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about the story of Jesus? Jesus was not on niggas' head like the way you are. Jesus was not, you know what I'm saying? He was on the FBI list for making the world a better place. You're on the FBI list for abusing people. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. He's trying to make himself be God-like or Jesus-like, no, he's only using that as a tactic to reel people in to serve him hand and foot.
I love to ask a question. I definitely, um, I never truly, completely 100% believed that he was the Messiah. Like even when I was over, like I never, like it
Yeah,
was
I definitely feel that.
like I had my own connection to source. Like everybody who knows me, I've been meditating and praying and going out to nature before I went to carbonation. So I never really truly believed because there was a lot of like Velvet said, a lot of contradictory that he would do. Remember that the devil was at one point. So of course his right hand man. So he knows everything that God teaches. You know what I'm saying? He would reference the Bible, but it's just like certain things it didn't really make sense of what he was doing. I at one point I was in a camp because he was so empathic. I'll say that I thought at one point I was like maybe he could be the Messiah. Like, oh my God, like I'm really in the presence of Jesus. That's when I was at the camp. But what happened was he was really the thing is he's really empathic. So when he pulls together us in meetings and he's able to say what we're thinking and everything like that, it made me like really amazed. But at the same time, it was a lot of contradictory, with what he was doing. So
Right.
I did I couldn't believe it. I could that's my spirit was saying no, you don't believe that because I could believe that at one point in his time that he brought a message about connecting to nature because he was at one point in time connected to source.
Let me
That's
tell
my
you, everybody has a natural connection to the source. I believe that everybody has a natural power that comes from this source. You
Right.
know, she was saying that he was empathic. He's empathic in the standpoint of sensing people's weaknesses and using it against people. That's the type of empath he is. But I would say that for people who went to carbonation, I realized that everybody in carbonation they didn't have a lot of information about spirituality. We
Mm.
all just had a natural spiritual connection. Like we were
hmm
born with it. We were born with it. So we're trying to figure it out. And we came across Nature Boy, and then we learned a lot about the world through him. And that's what you're seeing us go through. And because we got in touch with him and we went through so much shit with him at this young of an age,
Right.
goddamn Nateri is not even over 25, if not 25, under 25. Am I correct?
I'm 26, but yeah, you're
He's
right.
26. That's still young. Baby girl, I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? Syrian over here just made 23, 22 or something. Or she probably the same age as me. Needless to say, we're young. We're young people, young men and young women who are trying to
Mhm.
practice spirituality. And we came across a false prophet. And now we know. Now we know, like, nah, my nigga, that I could tell a false prophet from a real, from, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know the real now, for
And
sure.
y'all have a story to tell, exactly. A big story to tell. So I'm gonna drop down, but I want to leave y'all with two things. The hate is real, but the love is even more real, okay?
Well, I
So
know.
y'all remember that when y'all see all those crazy comments under your posts and when you see them get them crazy inboxes, y'all remember that, okay?
Yes.
Mhm.
And lastly, a lot of people don't understand what love truly is, right? But
Mhm.
I'm gonna send my love to as always to all of you. Also to Tina and Pops in the chat because I know how hard they stayed up and
Shout out to them.
prayed and worked to make sure that you felt the love. And I don't want to cry, y'all, but it's coming. I know how hard they worked to make sure you understood that the love was real as well. And
Facts.
that you saw it every time that that man tried to turn you away from your father and away from your family. They kept pushing harder to let you know he's lying
Mhm.
because he was manipulating your mind. That's what he likes to do. He likes to get in, and I see him in these little clips and stuff how he tries to manipulate. Well, not try, he does. He does manipulate some people, but he gets in their mind to manipulate them. So don't let that happen anymore either. Remember why you left. Whenever that manipulation and the doubts and stuff, remember why you left.
It's over. That's over. That
Yeah,
cycle. That cycle is done, son. Like straight like that. Like ain't
I'm
no
gonna
more.
let
Ain't no more of that. No
Big
indeed.
Lily answer his questions, but much love to you, ladies.
And
Stay
I
on the
appreciate
course.
I
Wow.
must
Yes.
wait in there.
Oh, wait,
Velvet.
let me follow you. Let me follow you.
Velvet Connie's next.
All right, let me see. Let me put Connie in there before
And
big
then Big
before you talk
yeah.
to Louis. I want to say one thing right quick. Hold on, wait. Let me. What's her name in the chat? What's her name?
Empress. She's in the family.
Empress. I'm trying to.
No wait. No. Yeah, Empress. Big
I don't see
Mind
that
if
in
I
the chat.
calm
I don't
down?
see. I don't see that in
Hey,
the queue.
my little smoke.
But Natiri, I have something I want to say to you. Don't
Okay.
let what these people gotta say about you get to you because at the end of the day, your story is your story just like my story is mine. And
Right.
you going to go through everything that you need to go through to know what you need to know. And nobody could say anything about that. Fuck them. Period. Anyway, so Big Louie,
Yes.
what's up?
All right. All right. This is a lot. I'm new to this, right? So I'm new to Bigo, right? But I'm not new to the I guess the conscious community. I'm a fan. So
Hi.
peace. First of all. I get so I had a lot of questions really, but
three
my
questions.
Three
yeah,
questions.
right, three. I don't even know if I can get one good one. What is y'all? What is y'all? Are y'all like in the nation of God's earth? Because I'm like confused because I seen he was using like the teachings of the 5% to do whatever he was doing, which I'm still confused on. What I'm getting a clear understanding of what he was actually doing. It was disturbing. It has nothing to do with the 5% nation of God's earth at all. You know what I mean? So
I'll
how you?
put it to you like this, Louis. I'll put it to you like this. Anything Nature Boy could use to manipulate a motherfucker, he'll use it.
Oh, this is crazy.
You see what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Any type of occult information he can use to manipulate somebody into come and live with him and be his servant, he'll do it under any circumstance,
Let
even
me
at
ask
the
you.
expense of his own soul and his children.
I was also curious, like I understand he was doing like I guess polygamy or something like that, but
Siri, you gotta take your steering wheel out the camera.
how is he like? What does he do? Like does
This
he
is
like?
question number too. You said what do he
Yeah,
do?
how does he sustain? How does he maintain like his women? Like, what is he his living?
Some of those people there have residual incomes that they live off of. They pool resources to live out there.
Or what does he do?
And he don't do nothing. He don't do nothing.
She's telling you how he get his money.
This is what he do. This is what he does. This is who he is. Like he pulls the resources from everybody that's there, especially new people who come in. He pull their resources and he pay for whatever he needs to pay for. His money has deteriorated because he just spent it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he have like a secret stash of money, that nobody knows about in carbonation because he just that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. But this is how he's making his and off of Bigo. He making his money off of Bigo.
Yeah, he a online panhandler.
So
That's
he's
all.
a scammer. He's a
He an
scammer.
online panhandler.
He's a scammer. So and that shit. I mean, because I'm new. I'm just now finding out. So this was like, I guess my last question. Like, moving forward, how can we prevent other black women from falling for that nonsense? Because none of that shit is real. He don't even he don't even get money. He don't have nothing to show for his talking, which is not even which is we show and prove in the 5% nation. So we talk all kinds of shit, but we have things to back it up to show and prove what we're talking about. So if he's basically scamming people, gassing them up, giving them money, moving forward, how do we prevent other black women from falling like
By
falling
speaking
into the
out, doing
code?
what we doing now, doing exactly what we doing now until we see justice come from it, the situation, and
All
make
right,
him an example.
Yeah.
right. And encouraging people to boost up their stats and acknowledge self worth and self love. Like,
Well, I'm proud of y'all for taking a stand because that ain't easy. I know that ain't easy. I'm proud of all of y'all.
I
Uh,
appreciate you, Big Louie.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
follow all of everybody else.
thank
Hit
you.
your bag, Connie, and Queen Vibes, hit y'all bag.
And Big Lou, if you want to know more information about him, all you gotta do is go to YT, YouTube,
I want to know
Google.
about y'all though, because him, we already know where he about to go. You know what I mean?
Right. So if you want to know more information about who he is and all of the fuck shit with him, just Google him. It's not hard, trust me.
He
But thank
Straight
you.
Like,
carbonation.
people
and how
down
to
there.
get the girls that's still in there out of there, cause that shit crazy. That's kinda like the T word. I don't even want to say it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it
Yeah.
sounds
I
real.
will. How do I get it?
Just tap on it. But thank you, Big Louie.
Yeah, I'm all at you.
Oh, just tap
Okay.
on it. Okay.
Velvet, Black Rose, the truth is next.
All
Velvet,
right,
how much longer are you staying on?
let me see. Let me see. We've been live for an hour and 7 minutes now. I'ma just be live until this is finished. I mean, unless y'all,
That's
I'm
on
so done,
you.
No,
but
I was just asking because I don't want people to sit in the queue and then you be like, oh, I'm done. Because I'll cut it off at some point. That's why I was asking.
I'm gonna end it with Connie. I'm gonna end it with Miss Connie right here, looking as beautiful as she is in her movement.
Do black, at least do Black Rose because she been waiting a long time and the rest start.
All right, Black Rose, I'm
Velvet.
gonna put you in
Velvet.
box number 7. Black Rose, I'm gonna put you in box number 7. Black
Hey,
Rose and Connie,
hey,
these are the last
I'm sorry, I'm
people we
cammed down
talk
because
to.
I'm smoking.
Okay.
These gonna be the last two people we talk to for the night until we get on this panel again. Serene and Neferi or anybody else who want to do this panel again, y'all just hit me up in my personal inbox here on Bigo or on IG. My IG name is abundantly underscore supreme. At the end of the live, I'm gonna allow everybody to share their personal Instagram and Bigo things if you want people to follow you and stuff like that to put out awareness about carbonation. But now I'm gonna give the mic to Connie because she's been sitting here waiting patiently. How are you? How you doing? Good to see
I'm
you.
fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Um, the last time how I know you were going home was when that girl Malia, when she was bowing down, I saw you like you were telling her, you were telling her not to, don't do that, don't do that, you know? And
Yeah.
I felt it. I said, "Oh my God, she's gonna go home again," because you couldn't, you know that it wasn't right. You knew it wasn't right,
Nah.
and I
What
saw
Malia
it.
When Malia bowed to me that night, I like after he did that to her, I went back to her personally to make sure that she didn't feel fucked up about it. I told
Yeah,
her, I'm here. I said, I'm here for
I
you.
saw
So,
it.
I don't know if she'll ever tell y'all that story. This was after the fight. This was after all of that shit. I don't know if she'll ever be transparent with you about that, but I didn't want that girl to do that.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I noticed like when you, I'm not gonna lie, when you are there over there, right? I don't want to
Mhm.
say it, um, it's like you look so, you look so vibrant, and the pictures that he takes is so beautiful.
That's because she's a beautiful
It's
woman,
like,
though.
I know, but he's
Hmm.
gifted in taking pictures and all of that. I noticed that.
He is.
Um, go ahead.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look so, like when you're there, it's like more like, you want to watch. It's like you make that place, It's like you are that place. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why he don't want to lose her.
Well,
Yeah.
because I I personally feel like everything that's going on in carbonation, this is why I rose to the top so fast to be called empress and to be even considered
Right.
queen of a tribe. I am an indigenous queen. Do you understand what I'm
Right.
saying? This is in my blood. This is not something that I could fake. So
It shows in the pictures.
the idea of what Nature Boy is trying to do is something that is actually in my heart.
Yes, yes.
So that's what you see.
That's what it is. Yes, you're so beautiful. And I just want you to take it one step at a time, and one day at a time, one day at a time. And Natiri, I knew you weren't going back, girl. I
I
I had a feeling. I had a
was
feeling you weren't going back. I'm like, this girl is not going nowhere, you know?
I
And you
appreciate your
guys
energy.
just take it
I
one day at a
appreciate
time. One day at a
Connie.
time. And
I appreciate your energy, Connie, and y'all gonna start
yeah,
banging on
I
my
knew you
girl.
weren't going. I saw that look in your eyes. You was like, you're right, dude. You really think I would come back there? You know what I mean?
really that's what.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have
So
more
take care
questions
of
for
you.
you,
Take care of
Connie?
yourself, Velvet.
Thank you, Connie.
And the
All right,
baby. Take care of the
so
Bye,
baby.
Carney.
Bye. Love you
Peace,
guys.
Connie.
I did for a second too, but y'all, everybody has different energy. Oh, Connie, you can hit the phone. You can
I
hit
got
Okay.
the phone
got
down at
her.
the bottom right. Yeah, there you go.
Got her. All right, so the last caller, Black Rose. Let's get it. How are you? How you doing?
How you doing, Velvet? How you doing? Hey, everybody to the panel. Peace,
Hey.
light, and love to everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
Listen,
The first question is I'm trying to figure out how to say it because I don't want to sound vulgar. Um,
I'll just say
Please.
yo, like, mm, did he actually hold people down and take their virginity?
nah.
No.
Nah.
Okay. Cool.
Sheba was the only woman that I knew there who was a virgin, and she let him take her virginity.
Okay. Because I was like, that would be adding more on to his crimes. That's adding rape onto
Well,
it
well,
too.
well. With Sheba, it was pretty much a coerced. It was a coerced type of situation.
Mhm.
I don't think she would have necessarily did it if he would have never presented it. But
Right.
who's to say? Either way, she gave her virginity to this gay ass nigga.
Right. Secondly, second question. Did you see him engage in sexual activity with any of the men over there?
No. Oh, wait. No.
She said, "Oh, wait, no."
Wait,
Oh,
now,
wait.
y'all
now,
love asking that
on a serious
question.
note, on a serious note, on a serious note, I
Uh-huh.
haven't seen him do anything physically or sexually engaged with anybody like that. But I have heard him say out loud that he'll start putting his sperm in the guy's smoothie, and the guys are like, "Yeah, we want to become you. We want to."
Ew.
Oh Lord, that's the downloads, right?
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's a
see
download.
that he could do it.
Yeah, that's a download. And he'll ask the men. He'll ask the men. He'll say like, if y'all were women, would y'all want to be my wife? And they'll be like, yeah, I wouldn't even be with myself. Like,
Yeah,
Bruh.
that's some gay shit. That's some gay shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
the guys they give each
He
other
over
massages.
there imagining all of them niggas with wigs on and titties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they massage each other. The guys they massage each other.
Oh,
You
they
know,
getting it in.
yeah.
Oh
They
no.
ain't got no
Look at
women.
Nateri. Nateri, what you need to say? It look like it's busting out your face though.
Think about the time where Solar was exposed for kissing me at the camp, and he had said to Solar, "Man, even I want to kiss them lips." So I was just like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, I
He
understand."
actually got mad. Wait, he actually got mad because you did something with Solar, and he was like, y'all
Mm.
need to ask me for permission before y'all do that, before y'all get together. This shit was crazy.
I don't remember that.
I think it was somebody else there. They was doing
Yeah.
something. Somebody wanted to be with somebody, and they still. Oh, that was Syrian. Syrian and Mente, they was together. Something happened, and he was like, "Y'all need to ask me for permission before y'all get together." Somebody did something,
It
and
was
he was
on
like, "Y'all need to ask me
Aya.
for permission." Aya and Trine, right? Aya and Trine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. All right. Third question.
Hmm.
Would you or have you contacted the authorities about this?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How many times did you have to
Lord.
say that,
Ab-
bro?
I'm
Huh?
sorry. I'm so sorry. What you said, Tina?
I said, how many
Yeah,
times
well,
did
I,
you have to
I
say
just
that?
wanted to know because a lot of people are trying to help you take this dude down.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna
do
leave.
you?
We're gonna leave that up to me. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that right now. I don't want
Oh,
to
all
talk about that.
right, all right.
Good answer,
I
good answer,
understand.
good answer.
I understand. All right, everybody. That was it for me. And keep doing your thing, Mama. Keep going through your healing process. Nateri, I see you, beautiful queen. I knew you wasn't going back either. I knew it. I could tell. I just it's just like you was going through something and for a moment, like she said, it was a moment, and you
Mm-hmm.
was in your moment, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand that. But still, be strong. Don't let that dude get back in your head. You too, Velvet. I already see you out. You out, out. I see that.
I'll tell
But
you
like
Mm-hmm.
something.
y'all band together and let's get this nigga out of here for real.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate everybody in the panel right now. I appreciate all the gifts that's coming to our panel right now. I appreciate it. We're gonna wrap it up tonight on this panel, and we're gonna open it up again tomorrow. I told you I'm gonna be live every day for 2 hours, just because that's what I've set that standard for myself. Bringing awareness to carbonation, and we'll open this panel back up. We'll have other panels talking about other things as well. Carbonation won't only be our topic, but because that's something that we have been through, and that's what people know us for, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that and get that out the way, so we can get to the juicy stuff, the good stuff, our personalities, our light, our beauty, who we actually are, and we're gonna keep it moving.
Right.
That's a
All
fact.
right. Good night,
But
y'all.
no,
Y'all have a good
I got a
evening.
question.
Good night.
Uh-huh.
Tracy, how long has Shy been in the queue? Mm,
Shot.
I keep saying that they
I,
have something to say if
He's
it's something
number
quick.
four. He's number five. So she's
oh,
number
they
five.
did
So,
while
but
Who?
I don't
wait,
know.
hold
Oh, okay. Well, let's do.
on.
I
Shy
just
been wait. Hold on. Shy
it's
has.
real quick. I just want to
No.
spread I just want to spread the love. Keep doing
Hey,
what you're doing. Stay on top of
hey.
it. You don't need no nigga. Build your own self. A man gonna appreciate you. He gonna come along and swipe you around. So, you know, do what y'all doing right. Y'all doing y'all shit. Y'all keeping awareness because a lot of young women in here and he's praying and we ain't gonna be on that, but show these ladies how to love their self first and how to
Yes.
grow within themselves and I want to appreciate you, the host, because I feel like you got a lot of knowledge from your family too, and
Yeah,
tap into
absolutely.
your family. We need to get back into our family, our kids, and it's about in the same house and showing each other love the proper way. Let's break these curses, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all ladies. I appreciate everybody that's watching, and keep on tuning in. Show them some love, because that's how we appreciate each other. Not just
Yeah.
telling each other, show each other. So, yeah, I continue to pray for y'all, pray for me, and let's keep it moving. Pray for the
Yeah,
kids too. Pray over your kids too. Don't forget to pray over your kids. All right?
for
In Jesus' name.
sure.
Amen.
Thank you,
All right.
baby.
Beer gang
That's what's
gang.
up.
Beer
Hey,
gang
Queen.
gang gang
Um,
gang.
Gang, gang.
Shy,
Yeah.
Gang,
Let's gang
she
gang.
been she been in the queue. She's been in the queue for a while.
it's
Um,
looking
Who
like
is
a
it?
period.
Who is it?
Shy.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Chai, she says she's from Manhattan.
Hey, oh my
How
gosh,
is
this is
it?
like a miracle. Hi,
Wait,
ladies.
Velvet, if you want, okay, you know what? You got three. All right. I don't know if you want to do the last three just to get.
I'm gonna do the last
Yeah. So
three.
I'm gonna tell you who they are. It's Hype, Lolo, and Charity. Anybody else?
Hey,
Too bad.
I'm
I'm
about to get
sorry.
on here and ask.
can y'all hear me?
Who
Yeah, we
is
can hear
Elevator?
you.
Y'all can hear
Um.
me?
Yeah, we can. Go ahead. Try first. Yeah.
Okay, Chi Chi. Well,
I'm
I've been
sorry.
watching this from I could say from the beginning of the time when before he started recruiting people, when it was just him alone. And I get it. I was kind of captivated, like, whoa, this is deep, this is something new. When he started recruiting people and everything, especially the women, that's what put me on point, because I'm like, these are all
Hello.
young ladies, these are all, little girls, they're not grown women, they don't have experiences, they haven't even stepped out in the world yet.
Mm-hmm.
What I can say is I saw those recent videos that you posted, Velvet, and I'm telling you, I was home crying. I was here in Harlem crying because I'm from Manhattan. I'm from where he's from. And I was crying because I'm like, look how beautiful she is, how strong. When you were showing those books, I was snapping pictures of those books, The Art of War. You were showing the books, like when you read it just to get, I'm like, she made it out. You are the true queen. You made it out. Thank God.
For
I
sure.
was crying throughout the whole, watching everything when your father went over there. Everything that happened, I was in the background watching. But let me tell you something with this dude. Everybody's gonna wind up leaving. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
end up probably offing himself. You know why? Because he uses
Ooh, you ain't
everybody for his
even.
energy, because he's a lost child and he's broken. And to say
Mm-hmm.
something like rock, paper, scissors, he got stunted in his growth. So he never
You
grew
feel
to be
me?
a man.
You
So
feel me?
he's using all these different aspects of things that you guys came in there, you didn't even know. He couldn't do that to me because I'm a grown woman. I see right through him. He
The
couldn't do
dark
that to
velvet.
it.
Hold
He
on, hold
likes
on,
to
hold on,
steal
hold on,
your
hold on.
innocence and
Yeah.
take your energy. But let me tell you something. His time is up because everybody's watching him. And what he's gonna wind up doing is offing himself. I kid you not. You can't come back to Harlem. You can't come back to New York. You done got kicked out of every place you went. And you damn sure can't take that shit to the islands. Okay? Because
Mm.
my family's from
That's true.
Barbados. I got my
That's why
family
he's
from
not in the
Nigeria.
island.
Everybody's watching
That's
you.
why he's not in the
Everybody's
island.
watching you, my nigga. He ain't going nowhere. He done messed up when he messed with you, Velvet. He messed up when he messed with you. He met his match. I guarantee you. God
Empress.
bless you. We
You
love you.
speaking my
And
you
don't
speaking my
ever
heart.
go back.
You hear you speaking my heart. Shout out to Chai. Chi, what is her name?
Chi Chi.
Chi.
Chi
Chi
Chi.
Chi.
Chi
Chi.
Chi.
Follow Chi. Everybody
Chi
follow
Chi.
Chi.
Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm Lolo.
Hello. Hello. Okay, well, hold on.
Okay, Chichi, can
Chi
you
Chi
jot down for me,
and
please?
Jenny.
Oh
Thank you.
shit.
The last
Thank
My
you.
person, the last person after this and no more is Charity because I know she was waiting, and that's it.
What?
okay.
Number 6. Hold on. Number 6. Do you know how to hang yourself up so you
Yeah.
don't out the
Thank
No,
you.
heat?
I don't know. What do I do? Oh,
Press
I
the wrong
see it.
Do
button.
it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Okay.
let
Love you guys.
W2 Chi Chi hit me up in the
Okay.
inbox.
Okay.
All right, who do I need to add on? It
It's
was
Charity.
Charity. She the last one.
Yeah, she's been waiting for a while. Man,
all right.
they've been waiting, boy.
Uh oh.
All right, Lolo, we got you. We got you, Lolo fame. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I know who's up in the top, and I represent Blue Skimming. And when she came out, because we were with Royal Rebel, I am king, I am him. I'll pull out all their names. And she's up there in the box, and she got abused by Zeus. And he came to us and told us, hey, get out of that family. They are not kings and queens. Or they are not kings. Those are man abusers. And that was Sunday. And she gave me every information. She didn't know that I was actually an advocate for domestic violence. And we did some research. I am King Brendan, whatever the hell his name, and he steals money. So he puts them all in a house, and they abused her and left her out for trash, and nobody took her to the hospital. But yet, I have it all on
Number
screenshot.
seven.
I'm
Number seven.
sorry.
Wait. Pause. 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 Who you said Zeus?
Yes, I am from
You
Royal
talking
Rebel.
about hey Zeus Arcee?
No,
No,
from Royal
no.
Rebel, the family. With the gold coin.
So
Okay, so if you go to my page, I used to be with them and my husband, Black from Era. But when she told us she's watching right now, Blue Skimmit, and she was dating or whatever Zeus. They threw her out, and I was on the phone when I heard all this. I didn't know what they were doing to somebody, and as it played along, I ended up screenshotting and recording everything. Now I have another person, and I call it the zebra. He is a label owner, and he was putting money into that family just to support.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lola. Who are you? What are your questions for Valerie? Three
It's
questions.
not. This is how I get because I overheard you guys. How do you catch? Well, I've already caught them, and they're easily to be caught when they're stealing money because we watched a co-founder as he was actively in a page taking all the beans out and moving it into his and videoed it as it was happening, and I posted it live and,
Okay, Velvet. Okay,
and
Lola.
all
We're
the
just trying to get through.
Lolo, can you hit
Okay,
her
we're
up
trying to
in
get
her
questions.
inbox?
Yeah, yeah, hit me up personal on a personal tip. You can hit me up in my inbox. I just want to say to the person who you're referring to, who's watching this, I hope that you're inspired. Not to put yourself in circumstances like that due to the fact that it is not healthy and it's toxic. But keep watching. I appreciate you, Lolo, for coming in and bringing awareness to that situation as well. Because just like I'm bringing awareness to my situation, there's many women
yeah,
in who's going through shit, and I understand, and I just want you to have a good night.
yeah.
And
And
hit
I
in
stand
my
with
inbox
advocated
with
woman, and I can help more than what she'll know because I have power.
Okay, Lolo, hit her up in her inbox. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Hi.
Right, hype. Let's get it.
Okay, hey y'all. First I would like to say that I'm happy, where you guys are at right now. And my two questions are, for one, I'm trying to figure out how did he even separate the girls, because it's like it's always a household where it's at least five or four girls. It's like, do y'all not hang out with each other? Did y'all not spend time and actually talk about the things that was going on? And then the second question is, with the guys that are there, how do they just accept the things that are happening? Like
So,
those are things.
in regard to the first question you asked, um, the women when he got all the women together, um, we did hang out from time to time, but he
Mhm.
always played all of the women against each other. So like if he'll have sex with me by myself, he'll tell me how beautiful I am, how I'm this and that, make me feel like I'm on a pedestal. Then he'll go have sex with Malia, do the same thing with her, and then and therefore he'll do that with everybody. So everybody's walking around with this chip on their shoulder, like you know what I'm saying? Like they now everyone's in competition for Nature Boy's attention and his approval. So it was more of that type of environment with the women rather than bonding. And the women who necessarily weren't with Nature Boy, who didn't want to be with Nature Boy, they never got a chance to bond with anyone because those are always the women who um are looked at as demons in his world because they don't want to necessarily be with him and they only want to be with the other man. So there was never a real opportunity for us to really bond, but we did have moments where we sat with each other, got to know each other,
Mhm.
on occasion and stuff like that. But it didn't really get too deep because the women, when we came together, we never talked about Nature Boy because everybody was so much afraid of getting in trouble by him or anything like that, that we just left him out of the picture. So a lot of the times the women would ask me about certain things that they could, do to have more self-esteem, certain stuff like that. And so I was literally being like a mother, you know what I'm saying, to these women when they would come to me to ask me certain questions, or I'll bring all of the women together and say, let's do this, and then we'll get together and we'll do it. But it would never go too far because, like I said, everybody has a certain sense of fear. So to add on to that, when I was in Puerto Rico with them the last time I left, I was able and managed to pull all of the women together. And I personally had asked Aya and I think it was Eferu or Malia at the time. Nature Boy was having sex with one of them in the back, and I had the rest of them up to the front. And I said, I asked out loud, and I was like, why? I said, does it seem to y'all that Nature Boy only wants it to be sexual, or there's like always a sexual quality to this relationship? Like, y'all don't think that's wrong, or like, you know what I'm saying? So Aya came out and she was like, yeah, I feel like that, but I don't really ever ask why because I trust him and his decision making, so I don't say nothing about it. And that was that. And then we doubled back and had a conversation about it because I had openly asked him like, why do I always feel like you want to be sexual and shit like that? And of course, he, with the gift of gab, manipulated the situation to be what it's not. But he got himself out of it. And the men, in regards to that question, I feel personally, this is my personal opinion, I feel like they let everything happen and let it go down because they're all fighting for his seat, his position, just like the women are in all competition towards me, and how he plays all of the women towards me to be in competition to be empress and all that shit. The men want to do that too, but for him, you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to be his most loyal student and his number one student so that they can rise to the top and be called chief again. And this has to do with an ego complex, godlike complex when it comes to a man. These men are trying to be Nature Boy. They're implementing his ways into their own lifestyles, and and pushing forward that way. This is why they let it happen, because they want to be this nigga.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. Well, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna keep watching.
Thank you too.
I
good
want to answer
night.
too when it comes.
Okay, Terry, yeah. You got three questions. How are you?
Can you?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, what's up? My question I have
Hold
two questions.
on, can I get a chance
Oh
at
wait,
the?
wait, hold on, Charity. Terry wants to piggyback on that.
Charity, can you mute your mic real quick?
Yeah, airport.
Go ahead, Terry. We can hear you now.
Right. So it's not like the women like never bonded. I do see like what people was saying about the tactics that he used. I don't know what he said to the other women during like that, but there was a time when we were into court that he had talked about, oh, look at you looking like the next chiefess of carbonation, and I feel like with that, how he would always tell like the women that I had a upper hand like on them because I'm very multi-talented. He would just say that's my baby. I can see how the women could each other and be jealous of one another. Even I have felt some type of way when when he was giving a lot of attention to Malia. And I was just like, well, you're not really giving other women the chance to be with you, but you're calling us your wife and displaying us online as if, we're the beautiful women that you uphold and uplift and you're dancing with us, but you're always just giving the main majority of attention to one person. And then we wonder why, well, we can't come together. A lot of people had problems with Malia when I was there majority of time when Velvet wasn't there, and I was there when she was there. I do think the women do try to come together, but I do see there's a sense of competition because of, the jealousy and also because of what he would implant in people's minds and people's heads.
The
So
women don't come together. The women don't come together. Even if they did come together, they're not telling each other how they actually feel about each other. So there's always this toxic undertone, walking on eggshells type of energy. And so the topic will quickly be reverted and changed to another subject or to another topic through painting or dancing, or something that can occupy our minds, because we can't really get along outside of nature. We can't get along within the vicinity of Nature Boy. You know what I'm saying? So we just try to make it work off of the strength of Nature Boy.
hmm and as far as the men go, they're just really just submissive. They're being overly feminine when it comes down to him because they're just submitting to their God. Like you're acting like how they just let that happen. They just do. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like they just let that shit happen because they think that he is God and that is it. Like you cannot convince them. They gave him a life that where they can be completely lazy. They can have women if they ever get women, fuck, eat, sleep, and just do whatever they want to do. Like of course they're not gonna just disregard anything that he says because they get a chance to do whatever the fuck they want. You know, it's
True.
just yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
That's true. The men do get to do what they want. The men don't be in his presence enough for him to have control over them. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if some of them men is plotting on him. You know what I'm saying? But
hmm
it is what it is.
Anyway,
Oh, all right, Char.
Okay, what's up? I basically have two questions. My first question is exactly how you felt when I'm not gonna assume, did he make you fight Malia, or was that like a choice?
It was I feel like in the big I felt like I wanted to fight her. She didn't want to fight me initially. I don't know why she didn't, but she kept disrespecting me like in my space, and I hold my own ground as a woman, so I didn't like that she was doing that. And I was talking to her about it. Like I was bringing her to the side and telling her like, look, like you don't need to do that. I'm not here against you. You feel me? But because of all of the women being in competition, she was deemed to be the next empress of carbonation and all this, all that, right? So she really started doing things that was out the way to earn that title. And I'm like, you could have the title, you know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta disrespect me in the process. So when she kept doing it, as a New Orleans chick, in my emotional state, I called her hands. She didn't refuse. So, I felt it to be that she wanted to fight me also. But Nature Boy was also on the other end saying like, y'all need to fight anyway. He was coercing and doing all this he was influencing the whole time. He set it up and everything like that. But what I realized at the end of me and Malia's fight, he wanted Malia to beat my ass on camera so that he could humiliate me on camera. This is what he told me after the fact. And I realized that right before the fight, we had already said we were going to fight. It was like an hour later when we had the fight. And what he was doing, he had me in one room and he had Malia in one room, and he would come in the room and he would like calm me down, like he was calming me down like from the fight. And when he went to Malia's room, he was like hyping her up, telling her to beat my ass, like all kind of shit. So when I actually got out there, I was really calmer than what I normally would be when I'm fighting, you know what I'm saying? But he did that on purpose, so to create a scene, so he was definitely an influencer for the fact of me and Malia fighting that day. So
Oh wow, it's great, really crazy. But one more question, and as far as the closet punishment, exactly how does that go?
The closet.
you said what? You said what?
The
I'm
closet
sorry, how does the
punishment.
closet punishment go?
I've been
No, I don't know. He ain't never put me in no closet.
I've been
He ain't never put me in no closet. I don't know. I don't know like I don't know what happened for him to put other people in the closet, but he ain't ever put me in no closet ever.
That's
that
good.
you know and, basically he feels if you just disrespected him, um aka if he get jealous on some shit, or aka if you just not how he wants you to submit, If you're feeling like if you're jealous of the girl, if he gets jealous of what you do, or just disrespect him by not obeying orders, that's why it's hard in the car in the closet. That's why you go to the corner. I got put in the corner one time for just having tights on. You know what I'm saying? And there at carbonation, before everybody was naked. Now it's like you got extra clothes on, so the man won't look at you. So I wanted to go outside and dance, and like the women and Malia's the one who had told saying, "Oh, well, I think that she's trying to be, seductive and all this stuff to the men and this and all this stuff." And I'm like, nah, I'm just trying to go outside and dance. And when you dance, you have but when that's fluid, that's nice. But
Yeah, it's not coming in clear.
can you hear me? That's what
Yeah, you choppy.
It's choppy with Unitarian.
I don't know. I probably before. I think someone has to mute their mic because it's like really loud. But basically, what I'm saying, if you the order, if he feels as if he needs to be put in the closet or put in the corner, he'll do that to you just to discipline you. And that's just it.
Yeah, it's
You know.
to discipline you to make you submit. Which the reason why he never did it to me was because he knew I wasn't going to submit that way. He had to finesse me. There's a difference. Like other women, he and men too. He's like put them in the closet because they weren't gonna stand up for themselves. They were just gonna go stand in the corner. Like I've literally seen Efru stand in the fucking corner for 2 hours, mad as a motherfucker, but ain't say shit.
Wow.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is That's what happens.
He
All right, thank you.
True on the panel the other day.
You said what?
He
All
embarrassed
right, so
True the other day on the panel, just treated him like shit, like a whole little bitch.
he is a whole little bitch. He
Hey,
is.
Nateri,
Oh
Yeah.
god, here we
I,
go.
I was trying to get you to follow me back. Say you want to be a host. We gonna set you up with an audition.
Yay.
Yep.
Follow me back so I
Oh yeah, girl. Roll with the professionals, child. We got you,
Yeah,
boo.
you gotta be with the family. This my family. This is my family. You see, I'm protected. It's safe.
Yes.
Shit, locked.
Nateri, I do want to
you know
say
how,
one.
to follow. You know how to follow.
Let me see.
You just click on my name and then follow.
Your soul
I
was a bitch too.
Yes,
gifts
he is.
when I okay now I see.
Tell them, Velvet. Tell them. I mean, cause y'all. This is my thing, y'all. It's a lot that goes on Bigo. There's a lot of people that you may run across that may not be good, may not mean you no good. You know what I'm saying? And it is good that even if you are coming out of carbonation and this is something that you feel like you want to do, I
Yeah.
definitely do feel like our family is a good place to do that for us, for a lot of different reasons. But outside of y'all just speaking y'all truth, um
Hey,
we
Sky.
do other things too. So this is not a carbonation family. I'm just letting that be known. It's not a
Yeah, this ain't no carbonation family, my nigga.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like we do other stuff. We do, a lot of different things, but we do understand y'all situation and we support you. You understand what I'm saying? But we do a lot of stuff. It's not just about carbonation and nothing like that.
Right. At this point in my journey, I'm just get like 'cause everybody know that I came from there and this the family who chose me. You know what I'm saying? And they're supporting me getting everything out so that when I actually start documenting, you know what I'm saying, like what we actually do outside of carbonation, people are going to understand who I am, what I'm doing, because that's what everybody want to know. Who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and where I'm going in life. So we getting that out the way. We establishing some roots right now so that we can prosper in the future.
What I want to say, Nateri, when you was talking about how people were always in your inbox trying to tell you what to do and like those types of things.
Mhm.
Here's my opinion on humans. Don't At the end of the day, it's your life, and fuck what they say.
Mhm.
I know sometimes you may feel like people
are trying to persuade you in a certain way, you may feel like you're being pulled and you don't know which direction to go into. You have focus on you.
Right.
Mhm.
Like black all of that out, and whatever Natiri wants to do is what Natiri does. Whatever Natiri wants to say is what Natiri says.
Right.
Don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't worry about how other people judge you, because at the end of the day, most of these people you will never even meet.
Right.
These people are not living your life. They don't know what none of you guys have actually been through. They don't know what it feels like to be in carbonation. Yes, we watch it from the outside, but to actually be there with the demon is a different story. So don't worry about fuck what these people think about you. So don't worry about it. Just focus on Natiri and what Natiri wants to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Except
I
Exactly.
I feel like
don't
we
take
do a
your
good
ass back to
job with it.
carbonation.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I feel like we do a good job with it because I don't feel like we be like Velvet, you need to do this. I feel like we're supportive, but we also peep the fuck shit and we let her know. You know
Hmm.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
true.
It's not about control with us, because everybody needs a space to flourish.
Mm,
Everybody needs a space to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
yeah.
Coke, Coke, Coke.
Tanya, you sitting in
This
the
we're
queue?
not a cult.
Did you a
We're not a
carbonation?
cult.
A carbonation follower, Tanya? Tanya, goddess? Didn't you have carbonation by your name a little while ago?
She gave me 3 beans. Fuck it, let her stay.
No, it's not that. I think she was the person. She's been trying, and I know you want to go.
Let me see.
She's been trying to get in because she said she have three questions.
What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up,
up?
Tanya? I appreciate the beans. How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing
Good.
good.
Yeah, that was me, but I changed my name because I've been finding out a lot of shit that he did to you girls. Like, I had no idea, guys.
And
I
this
had
this
no idea.
this not the only. Shit, you gonna find out some more. Just be patient.
Hmm.
I had no idea.
So you,
Like,
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it.
so Tanya, you just
yeah.
changed your name. You just changed your name today, right?
No, it's been a few days.
A
I
few.
got out of there. I left that. I got into another family, started my own channel. Like, mm-mm.
So how long were you following the demon?
Say that again?
How long were you following the demon?
For about I've been following him for about 2 years, something like that, like in and out, but like strong, strong, about 4 months.
Mm. I wanna say something right now. Like people who tune into Nature Boy, they don't necessarily tune into the fuck shit that he does first. They tune into the good things that he's saying, and they binge watch the good things that he's saying for
Hmm.
years at a time. They never look at, what I'm saying. So I understand the dynamic of how you could look at somebody on social media for 2 years and you
Hmm.
binge watching or you don't watch videos at all because you wind up deciding that you're gonna go and get the experience of how you commit certain details. Of course you're gonna hear somebody say like, oh, he ain't shit right online, but you're watching videos of him saying good stuff. So at that point, there's got to have some other key that's going to come along to put the truth out there, which is this panel. And I'm glad Tina Goddess is on my panel, with that being happened to her, because now she can bring awareness to it and say, like, nah, like, look, I done watched this man for 2 years, and I'm just finding out about the fuck shit that he did.
Yeah.
There's people out there that's like that, and we need to bring awareness to that too.
Hmm.
No matter how long you think you know a person, because you can go through it online and you can go through it in actual person. No matter
Hmm.
how long you know somebody, how long you felt like you know somebody, you'll never know who they truly are until that shit actually start coming out. You blessed if you actually know a person within a 2 year time span. Like really,
Hmm.
really know them. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. But people keep things secretive. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. It's a whole world, and we just got to stay alert. For her
Right.
coming up on the panel right now and even saying that she did that lets me know that she have a good heart. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be careful who we
I
trust.
get it because like everybody on my panel is in protection mode. You know what I'm saying? This is like coming into the
Yeah.
lion's den. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who have those keys by their name with the keys and all of that, we immediately are in protection mode. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
that's a symbol to us. That's a symbol of toxicity,
Yeah.
trauma. You know what I'm saying? So we
Hmm.
triggered by that. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're supposed to. They're supposed to protect you like that. They're
Hold,
supposed to.
hold on. The key emoji ain't got nothing to do with nature boy. The key emoji is for
The
planting
family, yeah.
trees
Key
for
family.
What a little
Tree.
palm tree thing.
Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah,
palm
The
tree.
key, the
They
key
told me
to
to
the
that's
take it
what they
out.
mean.
hold
The
on.
heart and the palm
Let me
tree. We know the
let me
symbol.
let me. The key is for the family key to the street.
Yeah.
So that the key thing ain't got nothing to do with him. Nature Well, boy says ain't he's with his agency? that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. He in that agency. So it's still Nature Boy. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's for
Hmm.
agency, the agency attached to Nature Boy attached to the agency, that's that nigga. Red flag.
No,
Period.
he got mad. He got mad at me and went off on me because I didn't go up under the carbonation one. I went, I had an audition with Keys, and he got pissed off and went off on me, talking about I didn't tell you to do that and all this shit. Like he went the fuck off on me for that.
And you see, Nateri, this is why it's important for you to make sure you're getting into the right family because there are families out here who are just on some fuck shit, and you got to be aware of that. I personally feel like my family, I knew my family before I got on Bigo. You see what I'm saying? They was already in contact with me, talking to my family for years at a time. You know what I'm saying? Before I even got on this panel. So I trust the people that I'm in my room with. I trust my admins. I trust like, you know what I'm saying? The people who are gifting me off of the strength of my panel, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I feel safe personally, even with my agency. I feel safe.
We're gonna get you right.
Hey guys, and the palm tree guys, it's because I am from the islands and my channel I do cooking and stuff, so that's why I kept the palm tree.
Well, other than that, I appreciate you for coming on the panel and bringing some awareness to the situation a little bit, and I appreciate everybody else that's on the panel.
What island you from?
Blessings to Natiri.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate Tina and my dad. They've been here through thick and thin. I really, really, really got a chance when I stopped and really watched what they was doing. I was like, these niggas, my niggas, they support me. So
No,
for sure,
your dad
I
is
felt
an angel.
yeah. And all the gifters in the room, I appreciate all the gifters in the room. I appreciate it. Is your energy is definitely not gonna go to waste. We definitely got more to document. This is not gonna be the only
Wepa.
thing that we talk about on social media. We just land some foundations down for right now, and then we're gonna take off. I
Right.
appreciate it.
Right. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for another episode of Carbonation Ain't Shit.
Ain't
Next
sick.
time,
Come on
make
now.
Carbon shit as men.
What's this? What's this? Part 4? Part 5 now?
I don't know.
The
I lost
beware
count.
of
I just know
Man,
carbonation.
she kicking them
hashtag carbonation.
episodes out. Do you hear me?
Combination ain't shit. Tomorrow we gonna. I'm gonna let it flow. I'm gonna let it flow tomorrow. I'm gonna let it flow. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of social media. I'm gonna go cook some dinner for my child and my nephews, and I'm gonna just chill for the night and eat and be beautiful.
Oh, they want to know your IG again, Velvet.
My IG is abundantly underscore supreme. That's my Instagram. Natiri, if you want to give your Instagram, you can. If you want anybody else in the room, if you want to give any of your personal platforms,
Velvet
Yeah.
admin. No, I'm sorry, Natasha, real quick. Velvet admin notified me that you forgot to do it earlier. It didn't.
I thought I did. Hmm.
I want to say my is Nafira Shashananta. Now I put it right there. If you can follow up here. Thank you, Velvet, for being on here, and thank you all for the new family. I pray that any underlining, thoughts goes out the window when I show up.
Holy my phone.
Also, one more thing, if I may, someone earlier, if someone can y'all
Girl,
turn
can you drop number 7? Cause she echoing.
Let me
down,
see.
She was trying to say something.
Everybody just say Hold on. Uh, what's her name?
Number 7. I
Tania.
just
No,
want
I
y'all to
just
know.
muted myself because I'm outside.
Okay. Did you have any more
Okay.
questions?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm good. You can drop me if you want to
Go
the
ahead and
comments.
drop.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
I
drop
appreciate you.
yourself. Thank you.
Later.
Can you
Later,
hear
guys.
me now?
I can.
all right. So if you can hear me, um, someone had spoken earlier about what it felt like. No one knows how it feels like to be in carbonation. And when I personally heard that and I could like address that, I really feel like coming from someplace and coming from where I was before I went into carbonation, knowing myself, like knowing like my gifts and talents and abilities and displaying them to the fullest, then going into carbonation, it just felt like being there and dying inside. That's what it felt like. you know People don't know what it
Hmm.
feels to be in the public eye and pretend like everything's okay, but in the inside that they're really dying, like they can't express themselves. They don't know how they're really trying to live their life for another person, and they think that they in their bag and doing, and we think we're in our bag doing what we're supposed to be doing, being creative and everything, but in the inside we feel some types of ways about how we're being treated, how we're really not able to express fully everything and all this other nature. So being there really feels like you're dying inside. And as you can see,
It's like being in a coffin.
it results in the manifestations of that with Malia, you know. So no one like it, that's what it felt like. So that's why if people think I'm a flip flopper or whatever like that, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I just want everybody to be aware of this because it's not right. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't manipulate myself in thinking that it was ever going to be right again. So
Hmm.
that's all I have to say about that. It really feels like you're dying inside. Okay.
It
That's
does. And to a creative person, that hits the core. You know what I'm saying? It could fuck with your self esteem. It could fuck with your self worth. But
right.
Nateri, I honestly want to tell you, I've been connected to you since Belize, since I was in Belize, and
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. If you ever need me, call me, talk to me. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're going through, and you don't gotta feel neglected. You don't gotta feel like nobody don't understand you, cause I'm right here.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
love you.
I love y'all. I love you too. Thank
We
y'all.
Sherry, we're around. Velvet knows how to get in contact with us if you ever need somebody to talk to. Look, we're straightforward. We don't sugarcoat shit.
I appreciate the love. I really
That's
do.
true.
But Terry, did you get my DM?
Thank y'all.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody go in the panel. I just want to thank everybody for coming back out tonight. I appreciate it, Lisa. Just sent everybody a bag in the room. Thank you for all the supporters out there that's gifting me, gifting the panel, and everything like that. And I hope everybody have a beautiful night.
Peace.
I'm going to cook some vegan, some borderline vegan shrimp Alfredo pasta, and I'm finna go tear that shit up
Thank you.
for real.
All right.
Good
Kick
night,
it.
y'all.
Until next time,
Night,
y'all.
y'all. All right, night.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Can y'all y'all ready to
hear me?
no,
Yeah,
we
I
can't
can hear you.
Okay, Nateri,
You
I'm
want
gonna
me to
send
pass
you
it over? You want me to pass it over?
no, Nateri, I'm gonna send you a message to your inbox.
All right.
Be on the lookout.
All right.
Girl, hold
hey,
on, well, you better be happy Velvet finna get ready to end this live, cause I'm finna be petty.
Oh, geez.
Boom.
Here you go.
Let me pass it to you, Kiss. Let me pass it to you.
It's been too many hours. I got
Girl,
really.
like my phone
You
finna
know,
got hey,
um,
y'all, hold red on, exclamation mark. I got the red exclamation mark. Y'all, I'm finna pass this shit to somebody. hold I'm gonna on. pass it to box number 8. I'm gonna pass it to
yeah,
you.
pass it to Teddy.
Huh?
All right.
He got a PK.
Oh shit, he hung up. Bye y'all. Have a great day.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta go. He
Bye.
got a PK.